Haven't you slept?
Sleepers for tortoises.
Any news of Miss Leela?
Not yet.
Well, perhaps we should inform the police.
No. There are already 9 missing girls on their list.
Oh, yes, but surely missing under very different circumstances.
No. If my suspicions are correct, then I know what those poor girls were used for. And it's hard to imagine a more grisly fate. He's a blackguard.
Who's a blackguard?
I don't know who's a blackguard. Some slavering, gangrenous vampire comes out of the sewers and stalks his city at night. He's a blackguard. I've got to find his lair, and I haven't got an hour to lose. Look. You see, I've been trying to trace the line of the sewers. That's the Thames. This is the line of the fleet. And that is the Palace Theatre.
I'm beginning to see what you're getting at.
Good. Good.
Yes, well, if you've finished with the tablecloth, I think I'd better dispose of that before my housekeeper arrives.
Right.
How do you know the course of the fleet has been covered for centuries?
I caught a salmon there once. Would have hung over the sides of this table. Shared it with the venerable Bede. He adored fish. Professor? You don't happen to have an elephant gun, do you?
Elephants?
Hmm.
Why on earth do you want an elephant gun?
We're about to embark on a very dangerous mission.
Well, like a Chinese fowling piece, if that's any good. Used for duck, mainly.
Made in Birmingham. Yes, that's the main requirement. Could you get me a small boat?
I imagine so. May I ask the purpose of these preparations?
Yes. To find a confluence of the Thames and the fleet, Professor, then to follow the fleet.
And then?
Oh, and then we shall see.
Oh, well, of course, that is the Talons of Weng-Chiang, which must be, I think I did altogether 178 episodes. I can't remember how many stories that is, maybe more than 40 stories. Maybe that's the most successful of all, as far as response from the fans goes. That was a marvelous kind of set in Conan Doyle's world of London and the sewers and those gorgeous costumes and the marvelous actors there. And the idea of tongs and mysterious goings-on and a giant rat, you know, which is very much, you know, do you remember in Sherlock Holmes when he talked about the story of the giant rat of Sumatra? Well, there was never such a story, but there were allusions made to it, which Watson used to say, for which the world is not yet ready, and he'd say, quite Watson. So it was all preparing me later for my huge failure as Sherlock Holmes in The Hound of the Baskervilles. But that's very, very fine stuff, good. And I see, that was the first time also, I think we covered up Louise, which was a great relief. It is a very difficult thing to act with near naked people. It's very strange, really. Very limiting, but then I am limited. Let's try another one.